Hey y'all, this is Darin from StraightHustling.com. Are you a hunter or just like to target shoot and have a good time? Then you need to check out Freedom Munitions. You can find a link to Freedom Munitions at the bottom of StraightHustling.com. I can't say enough good stuff about Freedom Munitions. It's where I buy my own ammo, great prices, you buy directly online, and it's shipped to your doorstep. It doesn't get any better than that. You can sign up for their email specials and check out their brass buyback program. So please click the link at the bottom of our site, StraightHustling.com. Takes you directly to Freedom Munitions and get your hustle on. Let's get on with the show.
Hey everybody, this is Chad Prather. You're listening to Nashville's #1 podcast, Straight Hustling. We're going to be on here talking smack and having a good time. Hope you're ready for a lot of information that you didn't ask for.
That feeling, now my head is reeling, messing with somebody's heart can leave a scar. Don't know what those girls see, maybe they are just naive. Will it forever go? You let me die in love.
All right, welcome back to Straight Hustling. This is Darin, and Stu.
How's it going, everybody?
We got a cool show today. We got Ride TV's Chad Prather.
Man, we've watched a bunch of his videos and looked at some of the stuff he's done. This guy's freaking hilarious. I think it's going to be a real fun time talking with him.
Yeah, he's got a lot of cool videos, man. A lot of people are sharing them. A lot of our friends that I've seen have been sharing the videos, so it's very cool to have him on here and see what's behind his inspiration on some of the videos and see what Ride TV's all about. So it'll be cool.
Yeah, it'll be a good time for everybody to learn something about what's going on in Chad's life.
What's going on in Chad's mind? We're about to find out. So it's a hot day out here in Nashville, trying to stay out of the heat.
Oh, yeah, it's sitting in the sweat house up here getting ready to talk to this man. It's the good thing about Nashville, if you don't like the weather, just wait 5 minutes, it'll get a little bit hotter.
I'm waiting for it to get a little cooler.
Oh man, we'll get a winter. Might skip fall, but it'll cool off someday.
I don't want winter either. Can't ride a motorcycle in the winter.
Oh yeah, heated grips, heated seats.
Oh, screw that.
Slick roads.
Let's see what Chad thinks about the iron horses. Let's get Chad on here. Hey, what's going on, man? How are you, Chad?
Hey man, it's crazy. I'll tell you what, it's amazing to me how much we rely on technology. And if something goes out on it, we're done.
Oh, yeah, right? Man, I can't even go a day without my phone.
It's correct. No, there's no way.
Well, all right, man. Well, I'm glad we got you now. I got myself and also Stu with me.
How's it going, Chad?
Hey, Stu, what's up, man?
Oh, man, living the dream.
I hear you. Me too. That's what I keep telling myself.
Yeah, it's a sweaty dream right now. It's
a little hot here. Good thing we finally got somebody named Chad on here. Stu likes to call everybody Chad, so it kind of works out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've got a problem with names.
I had to cut out, I don't know how many times he's called people Chad that were like Cody and...
That's funny.
Oh, shoot. Oh, man, that's cool, man. I've been wanting to hook up with you for a little bit, man, and get you on our show. I'm glad you came on.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been hard to hook up, hasn't it? I'll take all the blame on that one.
Oh, shit. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Everybody's busy.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So,
that's true.
Can you tell me a little bit? I know you're one of the guys and the host of the Ride TV, right?
Yeah, Ride TV is it's an equine lifestyle network. So Ride TV is different because they're an outdoor type channel. They're an equine channel, but they're not going to tell you like how to saddle a horse. They're not going to be tacticians. They're not going to tell you how to trailer a horse. They're going to talk about equine lifestyle. They want to talk about how people are impacted by a horse. So it's really a people station, but the people who are surrounded, their lives with horses. So all of their shows are reality documentary. There's some competition stuff on there, but you take my show, for instance, it's called It's My Backyard, and it's a travel show. So they'll send me to equine events, big events around the country. And then, like, for instance, I was recently in Nashville. We went up there. You know, you go to somebody that does something unique with horses or an equine event. We might do a little 3-4 minute segment on that, and then we'll take off. We'll go all around the city. We'll feature nightlife. We'll feature restaurants. We'll feature things that are, you know, happening that you should see, like, for instance, in Nashville Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum. But then it's a comedy show, too, so we'll do a lot of man-on-the-street interviews. We'll put a lot of people on the spot. You know, we just kind of try to make sure, you know, it's really fast-paced action on there. So it's a pretty good deal. You know, Ride TV came to me a year ago, last August, and said, hey, we want to pay you to go around all these cities and have a good time with people, meet people, you know, eat good food, drink good things, and you know, have a lot of fun. And I said, well, I've been doing that for 25 years for free, so if you're going to pay me to do it,
man, we hate you, man.
I know it's ridiculous, but you know, I travel around with a crew of 7 or 8 guys, and I've always got lights in my face and cameras following me. And it's amazing the places you can get into with cameras. People just do anything. I mean, you walk into, you know, top secret places if you got a camera crew. People are like, oh yeah, come on in.
Oh wow, we got to remember that.
Well, he mentioned,
take a camera, even if you're not filming anything. Always take a camera.
Yeah,
you mentioned,
always, you know.
You mentioned all.
Are you gonna spit it out?
I'm gonna spit it out. You mentioned all the famous places in Nashville. You missed the biggest event in Nashville that everybody wants to come to.
What's that?
That's the Straight Hustling headquarters.
Yeah, you missed out here, man.
Well, you know what? I'm coming back, man. I'm booking the trip right now. I'm coming back.
We got some iron horses out here. We can show you.
You know, we've featured some stuff on that too. You know, because of being the way we are, sometimes we'll do a little twist on there. We'll say, hey, you know, typically we're talking about horses. Now we're going to talk about horsepower. And so we'll go to these big, you know, 4-wheel drive parks or stuff like that. We do twists like that. So, yeah, I like the Iron Horse twist. We might have to do that sometime.
Yeah, and you come down here and check our spot out, man. We'll shoot some guns down here. We got a good place to shoot. And
right on. Yeah, buddy.
Next time.
Yeah, I'm in Nashville quite a bit. Nashville's like a second home to me. I used to spend a lot of time there working and things like that. So now I just love the city. In fact, what I'm trying to do right now is I want to put together a group maybe for 2016 and come down and maybe put a little tour group together, take some people through the city and kind of show them my perspective of Nashville. It's a great town. It's a great town. I love it there. I mean, I'm a Fort Worth guy. I love living in Fort Worth, Texas. I will always be home. But I jokingly say, if they ever kick me out of here, I'm coming to Nashville. I mean, there's no other place in the U.S. that I'd rather be than either Fort Worth or Nashville.
Yeah, man, it's a good place.
I was raised in this area, Chad, and I left for 25 years. Went and raised a family, came back, and the first week I was back, it seemed like I'd never had left. I mean, it's a great town.
Isn't that crazy? Well, I took our film crew with me, and the only guy on the crew, we had a crew of 8, the only guy on the crew that had been to Nashville before, there was just one guy. He had not been there since, I don't know, he was like 7 or 8 years old, which was 20 years before. But so it was great because it was a new experience for everybody. And I said, guys, let me just show you. I said, you're going to love this town. And they were blown away by it. They were blown away by it. They said, we're going to have a hard time doing a nightlife section because we're planning on shooting that on a Sunday night. Is that going to be a problem? And I said, no way. I said, you get out there on Broadway, it doesn't matter if it's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday night. You still have places packed out. There's something going on.
Yeah, there's something going down there every night, boy.
Yeah. So we had a great time. It turned out to be a great episode.
Once I get down there and see that, I remind myself how old I am. I'm like, oh, man, you can be down there all night long. And I'm used to going to bed at 10, 11 o'clock, and you get down there, and it's a all-nighter.
Well, I told him, I said, Nashville's the number one destination. I said, you take places like Las Vegas and Orlando. I said, you know, those are big convention and conference destinations. I said, but people forget that Nashville is. And I said, but it's the number one destination in the U.S. for bachelorette parties. I said, so if you go down on Broadway, you're going to run into, you know, every time you turn around, you're going to see another group of bachelorettes walking around. They said, why, you know, no way. And sure enough, man, they were bumping into soon-to-be brides all over town.
Yeah, I hear it's the number one spot for bachelorette parties, and you go downtown on the weekend. There's no, I mean, It's just
covered it up.
dozens of
Covered up. Just add alcohol, man. It's a good time.
You got to remember too, the bachelorettes have maids of honor, and they're called maids for a reason. So
That's right.
She's with our stews down there on the weekend.
that's it. Fat girls need
Yeah,
love too.
it's pretty funny to watch that deal. It kind of transpire. You girl walking around with 12 bridesmaids. I'm like, how big is this wedding gonna be?
Stu said he's always been a bridesmaid, but never a bride.
Oh, bless
It's
his heart.
such a rough life.
That's funny. So Dick, are you originally from Nashville?
Oh, well, I've been here for, like 30 years. I'm originally from Illinois, but yeah, definitely,
Okay.
I definitely claim Nashville now.
So how hot is it there right now? Because we've got a heat index here in Texas of about 107.
Well, it's probably, I don't know, probably 80 outside, but
No,
probably like
that's-
107 inside here.
Yeah, it was 90.
Yeah.
It was 90 coming down today with freaking humidity of about 90% too.
Yeah, so it's probably around 95 right now, something like that. But
yeah.
Well, I'll tell you an interesting story because when we were filming, we had been in Lexington, Kentucky, and then we came down to Nashville. So we were on about our fourth day of shooting. And when we shoot, we go for about 14 hours. We go 12 to 14 hours. We just go, and we get it till we get it all. And, when you're doing stuff like that, you're on your feet constantly, and we just don't stop. You never drink enough water. You just really don't hydrate. So on that fourth day, I was interviewing a guy named George Diger, he's one of the heads of tours at the Country Music Hall of Fame. We were walking through there. We were doing a little interview in the exhibit for Bob Dylan and Johnny Cash. They've been running now for about 2 years. And we're sitting there, the lights are on, the camera's there, about 100 people are kind of watching. And all of a sudden, I think, I'm about to pass out. I'm about to faint. Right here on camera, right here in front of all these people. And if you go back and you watch the footage on the show, you can see where it happens. No one knows because they just kind of played it off. But all of a sudden I said, something's happened. Either my blood pressure spiked or blood sugar dropped. I don't know. But I'm about to pass out. And so I just muscled through it, and fortunately he was talking and I just said, when he was done, I said, hey man, let's just take a break. I yelled, cut, so I told our director and our producer, I said, I got to go over here and sit in the corner for a minute. And that was a rough deal. But it was hot. And I was dehydrated and just tired and exhausted. And I was like, that's it. I'm going to die right here in front of Johnny Cash. I'm going to the Country Music Hall of Fame or the Country Music Museum. But, I survived. But I learned a lesson on that one.
too much tequila, man. You got to throttle it
Yeah,
back
that's
a
the
little.
problem. It's whiskey in my book. I mean, it's always I drink. I'm a whiskey fan, so I drink whiskey like a lot of people drink beer. I really don't drink beer. I don't really drink wine, but I drink a good bit of whiskey. I do not help my cause very much in that regard.
And we're getting a little cutting in and out. I don't know if it's the phone or what. Can you hear us okay?
Yeah, I can hear you guys fine.
Oh, we can hear you good there. Just, I don't know, we got kind of a little, the volume's down.
I'll move to another part of the room here.
You in there dancing and talking?
No, trying to be still.
Hey man, I'm trying to remember. I'm kind of old, and I was in Myrtle Beach earlier this year.
Mm-hmm.
Were you in Myrtle Beach? Did I meet you there? I'm trying to remember.
No, I wasn't in Myrtle Beach. I wasn't in Myrtle Beach, but I'm originally from Augusta, Georgia. Spent a lot of time over in Myrtle Beach, and I have a lot of friends that are in
Yeah,
Myrtle
I think
Beach
that's
still.
how I heard. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
a lot of times, a lot of things will go back and forth on Twitter with people that are, I'm friends with the people that are on the TV show Myrtle Manor.
Oh yeah, Gina then. Yeah.
Yeah, Gina and Roy and Gina with J and all of those.
Yeah.
So, I know those guys, and so they tag me all the time in Twitter. And but so I've got a lot of folks over in Myrtle Beach.
You ever go out there and hang out with Gina and Ford?
No, I never have. In fact, I heard from Ford yesterday.
Oh yeah.
He texted me out of the clear blue. Hey, what's going on? I was working at an event last night. We emceed a benefit concert. I do at least one benefit or charity a week, and I was at one last night, and he was texting me. I said, "Man, I'm still working." So he's like, "I just checking in with you. Want to see what's going on?" But I love Myrtle Beach. I love going over there.
Yeah, it's a nice place.
That's another. I need to do a little golf trip over there and get a group to go.
Yeah, we'll go with you.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah, man, let's do that. Let's make that thing happen. That's a plan, buddy.
That sounds good. Yeah. Hey man,
Let's let the weather cool off a little bit.
Yeah. I see you got a lot of what do you call the informational videos? Maybe you post a lot, kind of
Well, I've got a couple. I got a couple of different type of videos. You know, I've got the deal that people call rants. You know, and I never used that word. I've started using it now because so many people do it. To me, it's observational humor. I just see something that kind of sparks in my head, and I'm like, you know, I want to say something about that. And of course, I've got some stuff that's a little bit more on a serious note, you know, because I've been pretty outspoken about dealing with depression in the past, and I try to say things like that, maybe motivate people a little bit. Then, of course, we've played around with different music videos, and of course, not the least of which is I need to do one of these here pretty soon, is Chad sings songs horribly while my wife Jade does whatever it is she's doing in the room. People really kind of caught on to that. They really kind of like that video. They like the banter back and forth, and they like hearing what she has to say, you know, in the background every now and then, which she's not in being on the camera at all. So it's funny. I've got 5 kids, and my 3 oldest ones are girls, and they're like, they won't even let me post pictures of them at this point. They're like, no, we're not going to be a part of that. So
is that where you got through the depression with the 5 kids?
yeah. If you look real close, you can start seeing a lot of the causes of that in my life.
I got 4.
Financial circumstances. Having teenage daughters. Now, I'm really fortunate in that regard. I've got really, really good kids. They're not your typical teenage girls, for instance. They got estrogen in their body, so of course they're moody. So here comes the hate mail for me saying that. But they got moods, but they're funny. I mean, they're not boy crazy. They're not wild. They're all into reading books and 17-year-olds taking college course and working a job. And oh my God, I'm
That's
blessed
awesome,
in that regard.
man, yeah.
That could be really bad. That could be, I don't know what we did correctly on that, but we did something.
You did it, man. Yeah, y'all need to do a lot of parenting videos.
Well, let me get the youngest ones up a little bit older, and let's see how they do, and then we'll determine on doing stuff like that, because I need to come out with all that and then have one of them, go nuts.
Yeah.
But
next week
we've kept a pretty strong discipline on them, But, here's the thing about kids. You got to teach them values, and it's got to be their values. You can't tell them do this or don't do that, because that's your rules. That's your values. When you can start as a baby, as a child, in the really formative years, if you can teach them to value certain things that are good, then when they get older, I've always said this, when they get older, then they'll hold on to those. Then it's easy for them to make that right choice. So, I've said that since they were babies. And people look at you like crazy. They're like, oh, well, just wait till they're 8. Oh, just wait till they're 12. Oh, just wait till they're teenagers. You know how people are. People are just so cynical. But they've done well. And I'm like, hey, I mean, I've got one of my 8-year-olds. I've got 2 8-year-old boys. And one of my 8-year-olds, he's, he got put into, an accelerated program at school. He's all excited about that. He gets to travel to another school and do his little gifted thing. And the other one, he's gifted in another way, but he's like, oh yeah, I'm can I send you a toy? Can I send you something? What do you want? Can I get you some money? But no, I just want another book. I'm like, whose kid are you? I want another book.
If you still got that money, we'll take it.
Yeah, it was crazy stuff. I don't know about all that, but I don't know. It was some weird kid, but yeah, he's all about, hey, just send me, I just want some more books and stuff like that. Golly. But I'm blessed. I'm really fortunate.
Sounds like it, man.
Really
yeah, that's awesome, man. What kind of car are you driving in here when you have all these videos?
Well, I've got a truck. And then, people give me a hard time about it. But I do drive a Toyota Tundra. I drive a big Toyota truck.
Yeah, nice.
And people give me a hard time. They're like, oh, man, you need to be driving a Ford or a Chevy or a Dodge or something like that. And I said, no, I'm driving the only truck that's actually still made in Texas. So I said, you guys are the ones driving the foreign cars these days.
Yeah, isn't that funny how that is? They think because the name's a U.S. brand that it's all made, and most of the parts are made in different countries. And
exactly,
it's funny.
Exactly. But my wife, she's a Ford girl, man. Her late father, he's a big time Ford guy, so she kind of held on to that. It's like a religion for her. So she drives She drives a Ford SUV, so there's a few videos where I'm in that. But it's funny because my truck is pretty big, and it's interesting when you see how people's perspectives are received when they're watching a video. So I've got guys who say, "Are you in a minivan? What are you driving with that thing?" And, I look at it, I go back and look at a little bit of the video, and I'm like, how in the world can they think this is a minivan? But, so. I have people all the time who say, why do you do them in a vehicle? And the reason's real simple, because nobody bothers me.
Yeah.
Nobody bothers me.
Yeah.
And the acoustics are great in there.
Oh,
and
wow.
And I can move around. I can drive around. I've got a certain spot, two spots actually, where I'll do pretty much all the videos. I know how the lighting is.
Yeah, that's cool.
So I can just park the thing right there and get good lighting, and I don't have to worry about anything. Now, my film crew guys, my production crew that does the television show, it drives them crazy. They're like, would you please start using a GoPro? At least it gives you the color correction, and it's driving us up the wall. But no, I still stick with the iPhone. So yeah, I need an iPhone to start, sending me some money or something.
I know, that's right.
Giving them a ton of exposure.
Yeah, right.
Or I can give them a ton of exposure. Let's put it that way.
That's it.
We need somebody to start sending us some money. I don't even care who.
I need a new Toyota truck. I'll take Ford GMC. I'll take a Dodge. Hey, I'll come up with any kind of argument for what I'm driving. I don't care. Just send me a vehicle.
Yeah.
I'll advertise from the Dodge Studios. Chad Prather. From the Dodge Ram Studios, it's a Chad Prather rant. So
we gotta throw some straight hustling in there somewhere. We gotta do a combined thing there.
Oh yeah,
team effort.
It's been fun though. I mean, you can't. People ask me all the time, "How did you do this?" There are a couple of things that I can point to and say I did, but when you start having stuff that goes what I consider viral, that's I don't believe in luck, but it's lucky. You did something that just the stars aligned, the planets came together, and everything just hit all at once. The right people started sharing it and seeing it. So I don't know how that works per se, but I think, and I need to go back and count, but I've got 15 or 16 videos now that have been viewed over 1 million times.
That's awesome.
And most of those in the multi-million. I've got several that are 800, 900,000 views. They're on that cusp. And the beautiful thing for me, I don't really look at how many times it's been viewed. I look at how many times it's been shared. So if I look at a video and I know that thing's been shared 150, 250,000 times, that's a big deal to me.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Because people they didn't just watch it, but they cared enough about it that they wanted to give it to somebody else. And so that's when I know that one is really successful.
Yeah.
So, excuse me, that's kind of been the fun thing to watch. I love the numbers. I love seeing the numbers. I love seeing them, grow. And it's been, people say, well, just stay humble. My God, it's a humbling thing, really, to have that happen. It blows me away. It's scary because, we were talking about it earlier. If your technology goes down, then you got nothing left. Last week I had a little scare where Facebook wanted to verify my identity, so they shut my account down. Somebody reported it as being a false deal. That was the longest 24 hours of my life.
I know. I had that same thing happen, man. Crazy.
Yeah. It's weird. And you have, you're at the mercy of the Facebook KGB guys that are trying to identify the whole deal. And I'm like, this could take 6 weeks. This could take 6 months. It's at their discretion.
Yeah.
And so you're thinking, man, I can't do anything with this deal. Fortunately, I've got some connections with some higher ups at Facebook that were able to kind of navigate through the thing. But they told me, they said, no, we've rounded up every Chad Prather in the country. Every account that has the name Chad Prather attached to it, we've rounded it up to take a look. And there's a few that are legitimate out there, but that are different guys with that name. But they said there's so many people that are faking your name, your account, using your images that we had to round the whole thing up.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
That's when you're doing it, man. They're faking your name and they're sending you hate mail.
I guess so. I get the hate mail. There's no question about that. I say that, and it's not, 96% of what I get is positive. But
sure.
But there's that 4 or 5% out there that are just absolutely out of their dadgum minds. I mean, it is crazy, the stuff.
But they keep listening, so.
I had a lady that yesterday, and typically I try to read the messages, just no way to get to all of them. But I had a lady yesterday who said, "I am so because I posted a picture last week. I didn't have a hat on, and people just, that blew their minds. Oh my God, he has hair." And I said, "Well, it's good Photoshop. It's a good angle, I should say, because there's still not a lot of hair." But I said, posted the picture, didn't have a hat on. People lost their minds over that. I had a lady who said, "I'm so disappointed in you. Put your hat back on." I was like, people really, really care about the wrong things sometimes. But it's funny the stuff I get.
Have you got any messages from Donald Trump yet to be his running vice president?
No, but Donald he has not reached out to me yet.
Ted Cruz?
Kind of doubt that he will, but old Donald, I told some people last night, I said, they were talking about the Republican debates the other night, and I said, "Hey man, I wasn't even there and I still won the thing." I got more attention on Facebook than those guys did. But that's been a fun deal. We did that whole deal. I kept having people who were always sending me these messages saying, "Dude, you should run for president. You should run for president." I'm like, "I'm not quite sure y'all understand how this works." Anyway, you should run for president. So then I had this guy out of Georgia who, Steve Mize is his name, who posted a little YouTube video saying, Chad Prather should run for president. And so I said, well, let's jump on this bandwagon for a minute. We can sell T-shirts and merchandise and give it to charity and stuff like that. So we did. We started giving some stuff to the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation because this guy who's made the video, he's got twin nephews that have CF. And so I said, well, you name your charity, and he did. So we started giving money to that, and it kind of took off. It was funny, but I have people now who literally send me messages every day saying, "We really want you to run for president." And I'm like, I'll tell you what, I just want 1,000 write-in votes. I don't want to mess up anything. I don't want to, I don't want to put Hillary in office by my running.
Oh, yeah, right. Well, nothing wrong with taking some campaign contributions.
Yeah, exactly. So I've got my candidate that I do hope has a future, but I'm not. It's definitely not on the left side of the aisle. But it's not Donald Trump either. But
is he from Texas?
Do what?
Is he from Texas?
No, he's not. He's not.
And hopefully not from Florida.
I'm a big Ben Carson fan. I'm a big Ben Carson fan. I think the guy's got a lot of, whether or not the guy's qualified to run the country, I don't know, but I think the guy's got a good head on his shoulders.
Smart, man. Yeah, you got that right.
And I'm a big Ben Carson fan. And so, but we kind of had a little fun with that. And I was like, I wish there was a website somewhere that I could go to, after Election Tuesday in 2016, I wish there was a website I could go to that you could see, who all actually got a vote. And I just want to see Chad Prather got, 1,113 votes for president. Print that off, send it to my mother and say, "There, look at that woman." Look at that. Your son just got voted. He got votes for president.
All from dead people.
Yeah, that's funny. We've been having a lot of fun with it.
All right, hey, we got a thing we do called the hustling round, man. We ask you some questions, so that'll be good. For the first one is, if you were elected president tomorrow, what's the first thing you would do?
First thing I would do as president. What is the first thing I would do as president? I would probably take a nap. I think I would just, I saw where Obama just got on the plane to go for a 17-day vacation in Martha's Vineyard. I think I would go ahead and just rest a little bit, take a good solid nap. But in terms of legislation, we would. I think we would. I don't know. I think on a serious note, I think I'd start focusing some on this political correctness garbage that goes on.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely sick of it. It's we joked about that in the State of the Union thing. I said your State of the Union or the presidential thing. I said your State of the Union addresses should be more entertaining. And you elect me, they'll be more entertaining.
Yeah.
But I said, we forget this political correctness culture. Yeah. Let's get past it. Let's get into some real talk. So I think that's the thing. That's the thing that blows me away is Obama had an opportunity, really.
Oh shit, man!
Position.
Gosh,
he had an opportunity to really bring this country together, and has done everything he can to divide it.
Yeah, man. He had a huge opportunity, man, to really strengthen everything and bring everybody together, man. And
he could have just done it with his voice, and he failed to do that, and that's a disappointing thing.
Oh, it's the opposite way. It's really a lot more divided than ever, I think. But
yeah, absolutely.
Oh shit!
Absolutely.
Well, who are you going to make your vice president?
Vice president. Well, he won't do it, but I'd pick Cooper Wade, my music buddy down in Houston, Texas. I'd have to bring Cooper Wade on. I don't know. But since Cooper won't do it, I'd probably have to give Ted Nugent a call.
Yeah. Well, if he doesn't do it, I'll be there for you, man. I'm not afraid of pissing people off either.
Yeah, I'd have to see how much trouble Uncle Ted could cause, and get him on board. We'd have to put him somewhere in the cabinet, if not vice president. But we get some things stirred up real quick.
Oh shit! No, that's right. All right, here's a good one for you. What kind of underwear do you like on your lady?
Off. My favorite kind is off. No, it's the boy shorts. It's the boy shorts, and I hate even using terms boy in connection with my lady. But yeah, the boy shorts. Leave a little bit to the imagination.
All right, Cracker Barrel, IHOP, or Waffle House?
Waffle House, hands down. I can't stand going. I shouldn't say that, but I don't. Jade loves Cracker Barrel. I can't stand going to Cracker Barrel. I can't stand having to sit right there in the middle of the room. I want to be kind of hidden when I eat, but Cracker Barrel, they always put you right there in the middle of the room.
So they're so damn busy, man. You got to wait for everybody to eat, too.
And then everybody wants to shop, and you're buying candy, and you're buying toys. You got to remember, I got 5 kids. You do not need another sock monkey, and no, you don't need a wall calendar. And I do not need a new Statler Brothers CD, produced by Cracker Barrel. So yeah, Waffle House. I want to get in. I want to talk smack and flirt with the lady that has 3 teeth missing in the front of her face. That's serving me my food, and give me my all-American eggs over medium, and I'm out.
No, that's right, man. Waffle House is good, good and greasy, and all right. The Ride TV person you're most likely to get arrested with.
Oh, that would be Dr. Chris Ray. Dr. Chris Ray hosts a show called Rockstar Vets. He is the top horse surgeon in the country. The guy's a genius. Went to Texas A&M. Had an incredible practice down here in Weatherford, Texas, about 20 miles west of Fort Worth. And now he's a private vet at a ranch in Bozeman, Montana. This guy, and I'm not kidding you, this guy, he drinks Patron tequila, Patron silver.
That's not
straight.
great.
He doesn't want any salt. He doesn't want any lime. Just pour it in the glass. Don't chill it. And he will drink, I'm not kidding you, he will drink 18 to 25 of those things in one night. I don't know. The guy's got an iron liver. I don't know how he can do it. I've asked him, I said, are you pouring in water? But the guy goes out night after night. He is a rock star. He's got tattoos all over his body. He's got a lot of pin-up tattoos. The girls are on his arms or whatever. And each one of them represents an ex-wife. So he's got 3 of those, and he's saving a space on his forearm for number 4. And the dude's just out of control. So yeah, hands down, no question about it. You can get arrested really fast with Dr. Chris Ray.
You seem to get a lot of tattoos and ex-wives when you're drinking that much tequila every day.
Yeah. When you drink that much tequila, a lot of things go hand in hand. Ex-wives and jail.
All right, what's your favorite drink, man?
I'm a whiskey guy. I love whiskey. I've been connected for the last 2 years with a distillery that is here in Fort Worth that is actually making a straight bourbon. It's still in the barrel. It's unreleased, and it probably won't be for another year or so. But it's been in the barrel now for 3 years. But they make a premium blended whiskey called TX whiskey, and I love the TX whiskey. Believe it or not, this is something a lot of people don't know. That is the only premium blend that's made in America. There's no other premium blends made in America. The rest are Canadian, or the closest would be a Canadian. You can't name a blended whiskey that is 100% premium blend, which means there's only whiskey in that bottle. There's no, you take Seagram 7, and there's vodka in it. It's not a premium blend.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a whiskey guy. Most people drink, these guys will drink beer or whatever. Now, whiskey, I don't want anything in it. Just put a little, few cubes of ice. Let me have it. So I go through quite a bit of it. My mother is so proud.
Hence the 5 kids.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
A lot of drinking. Me too, man. I got 4 kids. I do a lot of drinking, but
yeah, buddy. Sometimes you just got to, sometimes it's just the only way to relax, or to sleep at night is just pass out.
It gives you more options when you say, "Hey, give me another drink." You got 5 of them.
Yeah, it's death to your sex life, though. I'll tell you that. The whiskey will kill it. Oh, the other night we were out and we were down in San Antonio, and I said, we were at this place. I said, bring me some raw oysters. And they had really good oysters. So I was drinking whiskey and eating oysters, and of course, with the oysters being aphrodisiac, I was like, this is going to put me in the mood, and the whiskey is going to totally prohibit my ability to do anything about it. So it was a catch-22 there.
All right, man. I got a couple more here for you. If you're stranded on a deserted island, you got one person to pick. We're going to give you a list of John Rich, Lance Stinson, Ted Nugent, Megan Fox, or who else can we throw on there? Ted Cruz.
Well, it would have to be Megan Fox. It would have to be Megan Fox. I don't know though. Ted could he could find us some stuff to eat. He could kill some stuff for us.
Yeah.
But gosh, I don't know, man. That's tough because the conversation with Megan can get kind of boring.
Yeah.
Pretty quick.
And then you got to get all the food because she's not going to get any. It's a battle.
Fun to look at. I don't know, man. I think I'd have to take Ted with me, honestly.
Maybe,
It would be a toss-up. It would have to be Nugent. It would have to be Nugent.
What if we said Megan Fox with her mouth wired shut?
Say that again?
No.
Megan Fox with her mouth wired shut.
Here comes the hate mail for us.
And she'd have to wear gloves because she's got the little toe thumbs. So that would freak me out for a while. So that would probably limit her, her.
The only thing you got to worry about Ted, if the food's scarce, he might eat you. So
that's a problem. That is a problem because you'd have to keep an eye on him because he'd be sizing you up at all times. But
meat's meat to him, I think.
And I don't know, like old John Rich. I don't know what he brings to the table, but he's a pretty solid dude. So let's see what his skills are.
All right, man. The last movie that you watched.
Oh my God, I just watched the worst movie I've ever seen in the history of movies being made. And this coming from a guy who saw Pee-wee's Big Adventure when I was young. This movie was bad, dude. It is so bad. And it's the new Adam Sandler movie called Pixels. It is horrid. Horrid. One of the kids went with me. My wife was there. And I told her, I sat there and there's a guy, there's San Antonio DJ. We had an interview the next morning. I sat there and I was texting back and forth with him throughout the entire movie. She's like, watch the movie. I was like, I can't take this. I absolutely can't. I can't put up with this. So don't go see Pixels. Adam Sandler, call me.
Yeah, man. The last few movies he's had.
Thing out.
Last few movies he had.
You need to be at least as a counselor because, dude, if you run out of ideas at this point, really, really bad.
Well, maybe at this point it's just like, hey, we want you to do another movie. Here's another $50 million, and he's just like, all right.
Now look, you want to give me $25 million? I will make the hell out of Pixels Part 2. I will be all over that. I'll be like, you know what? Forget the Oscars. We don't need a stupid Oscar. But we're going to make movie magic.
The last few movies he's had, man, it just, I don't know.
Oh, it's horrible. Horrible. Yeah, but no, we went to see Pixels, and then the movie before that we went to see that new Jurassic World or Jurassic Park, whatever it's called, and I had to leave. I had a meeting I had to go to, so I had to leave 15 minutes before the movie was over. So I still don't know how the movie ended, and people keep wanting to talk to me about the movie. I'm like, shut the hell up! I don't want to know because at some point in time I'm gonna have to watch the rest of this movie.
Yeah, man, movies are getting dangerous anymore to go to. You kind of got to be on the lookout.
Well, I don't know about these 2.5 hour and 3 hour movies. What in the world? That's a plane ride to Belize. I don't want a 3 hour movie. That's a long time to sit in there. Refrigerated, trying to hold your pee in because you really got to go. If you don't want to miss any of the movie, you just drink one of these jumbo sodas that cost you $15. So we do a lot of movies. I love the movies.
Yeah, me too, man. I love comedies, man. That's why.
Yeah, me too. We went and bought a few weeks ago. We went and bought one of those big 80-inch 4K TVs, it's one of the smart TVs or whatever that's got a little camera on. I'm like, why does the TV need a camera on it? So I keep a little, I'm a conspiracy theorist there. I guess, so I put a little tape over the lens. Don't you watch me watching you?
Shit, Obama's watching you, man. He said, what did you just say about me?
I'm on the list, man. I'm on the list. I don't think I've ever been off the list. Yeah, anybody as vocal as me with as many opinions as I've got, I'm on the list.
Yeah, you keep saying.
I've got people who work with me and they'll tell me all the time, they're like, avoid the political stuff as much as you can.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't do that going into 2016. There's no way. There's no way.
You just got to bash
I'm going to try to be as middle of the road and unbiased as I possibly can.
You got to bash them all.
It's really, really hard for me to do.
Just bash them all. They're all like cartoons. They're all liars.
This world, I'm telling you, our country, it is so void of leadership. It is absolutely void. Nobody has the cojones to stand up and say, look, this is the deal. Man. And just lead. So but they don't have the ability to do that. They're so kissing each other's butt.
They don't want to offend anybody, so they're so scared to do anything. And if we got another Clinton, Bush runoff for presidency, I'm going to be very upset.
Well, me and you both, buddy, because that's going to be disappointing. On both sides, that's going to be disappointing. I don't want to see either one of those.
I'll be writing you in on that one.
Yeah, that's going to be a sad deal. Well, it's just going to be another 8 years of getting absolutely nothing done.
Yeah.
Nothing done. Nobody's willing to rock the boat. And, if I was in the same room with Hillary Clinton, I'd be a little bit afraid because that lady, she scares me anyway on a personal level. But her abilities the ability to lead, oh my gosh, I don't know what we have in that regard.
I don't like her pantsuits she always wears. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I know it's offensive. It's offensive. Since we're in a culture of everybody being offended, I'm offended by Hillary's pantsuits.
And she don't tip. There's no way she's getting. I hate people that don't tip, man. No way. But, man, I got one more for you, man. Your favorite Nashville podcast. Your favorite Nashville podcast.
Well, it has to be Straight Hustling. I mean, when I really start comparing all the Nashville podcasts that are out there, and there's a bunch, and there's some good quality ones out there, but I'll tell you, nobody does it quite like Dick and Stu at Straight Hustling.
That's freaking awesome.
Well, man, we appreciate you calling in, man. We look forward to hooking up when you get to Nashville, man. Hang out a little bit.
Yeah, man, absolutely. I hate that we couldn't get together this last time, but yeah, the next time I'll have a little more freedom because when I come into town, we try to have a few days where we just have a little fun.
Yeah. Shit, I hear you. I know, like I said, I got 4 kids. I don't have no free time either, but I'll make some for you.
Good deal, man. Hey, I appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, man. Thank you, man. Have a great rest of the weekend, man.
Yeah, y'all too. And stay out of trouble. If you find something, give me a call.
We definitely will.
All right.
Thanks, Chad.
Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye. All right, that's the show. Chad Prather, Ride TV right here on Straight Hustling. Man. Very cool.
Oh, yeah. He's got the dream job, man. Getting to travel the country doing what you want to do. They call you and ask you, hey, you want to do this? Yes.
Yeah, he's got that personality, man. That even the people that don't like him still want to comment and watch him.
I know. It's crazy, man. Like I said, he's just out there doing what he wants to do. And
doing his thing.
And I love the fact, man, he's doing benefits once a week. It's a great person, starts moving up, getting some fame, but still wanting to help people out. That's a cool characteristic for Chad.
Yeah, we'll have to get him here in Nashville and hook up with him and see what he's got going on and show him our motorcycles.
Oh, yeah.
See if we can't get him on Ride TV.
Yeah, that'd be freaking sweet.
I will. We got some cool bikes, Chad. Come check us out.
Oh, yeah. Hey, y'all be sure to check us out. We're on straighthustling.com. That's www.straight, hustlin.com. We got links to all these podcasts we're doing. We also send them to Twitter, Stitcher. Check us out on Facebook. We're out there everywhere.
Hit us up.
Leave us some comments. Again, we keep threatening to go on Periscope so y'all can see what we're going to look like.
We're coming back. We're going to make a return one of these days.
Yeah. So y'all be sure you watch for us, and we're going to start trying to get those out there before the show so people can ask questions.
So keep listening. Thanks for listening, and man, we're having a great time. We've got some good people coming up next. So as always, if you ain't hustling, you ain't living. We're getting the fuck out of here.
Motivation, I've already moved on. Looks like forever is gone. Oh yeah. You try to talk like everything's okay.